온 마음으로 치유해 줄게. 온 마음으로 치유해 줄게. 온 마음으로 치유해 줄게.
What's up, guys? Welcome to the stream. Another late night stream. I swear we're not making a habit of this. But it's just how it's been lately. Still wanted to get in my Monday night stream, though. Hopefully you guys can make it, even though we're starting many hours later than we normally do. I should probably make some announcements on Discord just so people know that I'm here. Let's see, need to select my server. Let's see, I'll put in the link for both YouTube and Twitch. Even though YouTube is often much more active, I always want to give the Twitch option. I know there are some dedicated Twitch folks out there. There we go. People should know that we are live now, at least if they're looking at Discord. All right. So, late night Monday night stream. I have several things left to do here, Nikke. I have done a couple of my dailies, but we are going to go through. We still got interception, simulation room, and probably do a little bit of discussion on my video that went out earlier today about the new skill fixes. And then we'll probably try to push some more hard campaign content if possible. It's definitely going to be a struggle to make more progress on hard campaign because I'm pretty far under the recommended CP at the moment. But, you know, we'll do our best. The next fight is the Chapter 13, or no, not Chapter 13, but the Modernia boss. And she is quite difficult. So, you know, we'll give it our best shot after we go through Special Interception and Simulation Room. All right, I think I finally have all of my internet stuff finally sorted and organized. What's up, Kit Crow? Thanks for joining. Yeah, another late stream. You find Emma scary now. As in, scary like her character, or scary to fight against? Celine got nerfed again. Yeah, poor Celine. She was already pretty difficult to use. Although, you know, speaking of Celine and Modernia, Celine is someone that people can use to fight Modernia because she can do a lot of damage to that core. You know, same idea as Brid. Both of those characters can take out the core on Modernia because they're not going to take any damage until she does the laser. So it can be pretty powerful. You can utilize those really big damage skills. Yeah, nobody wants Emma's cooking. Poor Emma, she's always trying to offer people cookies. However, if Emma offered me her cake, that's a different story. I'd definitely take some Emma cake. Alright, we collected our bulletin board rewards here. We get some outpost defense as well, and then I think we're gonna jump straight into simulation room. Do I have my Wi-Fi on? Okay, just checking to see if the connection is okay. Oh man, I let my arena rewards get up to max. We'll go to arena later on. Level 5 C. Here we go. You know, it's nice because I'm in a place now where I'm kind of just saving the skill books, except I'm slowly leveling up the skills on Modernia and Scarlet, but I'm not like pushing for it, and I have all my other characters up to kind of like the level that I want. But eventually I do want to get Modernia and Scarlet up to like 10 on everything. What are we doing here? I think we'll go for a diamond skill, because why not? Anne likes her cookies. Yeah. Because Anne is naive and doesn't know any better. Anne's a very cute character. What do you think Emma puts in her cookies? Are they special cookies? Is she making weed cookies? Why are they so bad? Like, I feel like cookies aren't that hard to do. Unless you just put way too much salt or baking soda or something in there, right? I think cookies are pretty simple. I say this, like I have commentary on cookies, like I've personally made cookies like 3 times in my life. I'm definitely not exactly an expert here. So something that was brought to my attention by a commenter on my recent YouTube video was that I was actually, I think, misinterpreted what the update was going to be on Senti's shield skill. I interpreted it as being, what was I thinking? That the shield was currently able to take 2 times the damage that it should, but in reality, I think on that particular skill, it's actually that it's currently taking twice as much damage as it's supposed to. So Senti might actually be getting a bit of an upgrade, which she totally did not need. But I just wanted to point that out to reduce any possible confusion. Everything else in the video is accurate, but I think I was just, yeah, sort of misinterpreting the way they worded that update on Senti's shield. Brought to mind because I'm using Senti right now. Like, nobody needed another reason to use Senti, right? Like, she's already, if not the best, definitely one of the best burst 2s in the whole game. Yeah, you make a good point, Hugh. Like, in most, like, practical situations, it's probably not going to really make much difference for Senti's shield. Because generally you're just trying to block those big one-hit things, like Chatterbox's, like, Fist Slam. Whereas, like, the amount of, like, just small incoming bullets that it's damaging, or that it's blocking is, like, not particularly relevant. That said, it will make somewhat of a difference, because Senti is very helpful for pushing through, like, late campaign stages and reducing damage. So she might be even more helpful now. Like, it probably won't be a huge difference, but somewhat noticeable. Yes, yes, what I said about Nihilister's skill is accurate. She is getting a buff. So basically, the previous wording was that it said a normal attack. Let me see, what exactly, I should pull it up just so I'm not misquoting it here. Give me just a second. But basically, it's going to be that it previously said when a normal attack hits more than an enemy. Now it's going to be when a attack hits. So any type of attack. So like all of her, you know, her skills and her burst, the AOE things, are all going to get an upgrade. Get this drain converter, even though I really need 0 healing at this point. What's up, Pepsidon? Thanks for joining. And thank you to everybody who hasn't entered the chat yet, but is out there just creeping. Shout out to all my lurkers. Thanks for joining the stream. Hope you're having a good night, morning, day, or whatever time it is for you. I had a pretty great day. I actually went to Universal Studios, which I think is, if you're ever like in California and you're considering places to go, I think Universal Studios is much more worth it nowadays than it was in the past. They have a lot more things. It feels much more high quality. Like you got the Harry Potter land, you got Super Mario World, which is very cool now. I think that alone is almost worth. Like, it's not that big, but it's very, very well done. Alright, do I care about any of these things? Not really, but we'll go with that. Top off all our health. Rip this boss a new one. It was nice weather too, because honestly, it was so cold and rainy here for like months, and then it suddenly got super hot this week, and then today was finally like nice weather. It was like low 70s. Good day to be outside and doing stuff. So I think the third Heretic Nikke will be in the Liberation. The third Heretic Nikke? I guess we're counting Modernia as the first one. That makes sense, yeah. Probably. If I had to guess, I would say yes, but I also wouldn't be that surprised if they were a banner unit. Because they're actually doing a really good job of making the story make sense with Nihilister, and it might be hard to tie in like a liberation system that would actually make sense for like every single Heretic Nikke. So it might be something that's just unique to Nihilister, and then the rest of them will be in the gacha with rate up banners. So it could go either way. But if I had to guess, Jellyfish Girl, I would say 60-40. 60% liberation, 40% gotcha. That's my prediction. I'm kind of sitting on the fence, I know. Alright, what am I doing? Special interception. I don't know. Let's see if we can level up a skill. I don't think I have enough because it takes so much at this point. But nope, that's not what I'm trying to do. Oh, I can. Okay. I probably want to do skill 1. Yeah. Dang, Modernia is even more OP now. Now I'm probably like way far away from being able to tend this. You need so many of these basic skill manuals. Like the blue ones, you just need a bajillion of them. That's definitely the limiting factor. It's the bottleneck for leveling up skills. Alright, so now we'll go to our special interception. Do you guys know who the boss is today? I want to say it's going to be Blacksmith, but that's a total guess. What was yesterday? Train? Yes, it is Blacksmith. Look at that. It's like I play this game every day or something. Alright, do I have my Blacksmith team? Where's my Blacksmith team? Oh, I guess this is my Blacksmith team. Okay. Here we go. Let's try and get some more Pilgrim gear. My drops were insanely lucky for a long time, and now the last like 2 weeks, it's been pretty garbage, to be honest. I'll go through several days without getting a single piece of manufacturer gear. Quick tip, if you guys are struggling on Blacksmith or you haven't watched my special interception guide, if you're bursting with Modernia, aim for the gun. Otherwise, normally you always want to aim for the mouth, but specifically with bursting with Modernia, you can aim for the gun and then you can double crit. Oh dang, Rupee went down. That was definitely unexpected. Weren't healing fast enough with Rapunzel. Because if you aim for the gun, then her other like secondary targeting will go for the mouth. And then when she stops bursting, then go back to the mouth. About to go down. There we go. Yeah, special interception changes every day. Alright, well at least I got some manufacturer gear. What is this, Elysian attacker arm? Okay, I'll take that. Definitely could be worse. Yeah, I think like the more characters they introduce, the better. Like the story is very interesting, so seeing other commanders is pretty cool.
다 잘 된 거죠?
Dang, look at that. Now we got a Tetra support chest, I think. 2 manufacturer pieces of gear in a row. I've been overdue.
그럼 이제 한잔하러 갈 텐가?
Nothing on the third time. Okay. Well, that was definitely better than I've been getting recently. Nothing pilgrim, like nothing crazy. Also, I didn't get any custom modules or whatever those crystals are called, but a big step up from the drops I've been getting for like the last week. Let's see who can get some upgraded gear. Well, it looks like it's going to go to Helm. Helm or Vesti. Yeah, I think Helm gets it. Nice.
우리가 바다로 나가는 그날 비가
Helm looks so
오고
good in that dress. She deserves some better armor. Alright, looks like I've also got something for noise. It's the chest piece, right? Yeah, nice. She's got 2 manufacturer gear.
한 나이
Noise also looking lovely in her special skin.
바지?
Showing off that underboob. Anybody else get an upgrade? I think literally everybody has tier 9. So here, this is a big flex right here. Let me see, do I have mine? Yeah, okay. So watch, everything is either tier 9 or overload on every single Nikke.
괜찮아. 로열로드 미카 못 봤어?
Even on all the SRs.
형제님.
And then I haven't ever bothered putting anything on the R rank Nikkes.
행복해요.
Nice. Kikro is only 2 missions away from unlocking Sin completely. Very nice. Then you can start on Nihilister. It's super exciting when you unlock a Liberation unit. Oh, it looks like we've finished off our mid-quality mold fragments. So at the end of the stream here, we'll do a pull with that. Dang, I am so close on this. What? Dang, there was like one day where I must have like missed the tier 9 on one run or something? That's ridiculous. Totally shafted for tonight's stream on the manufacturer box. Oh well. What else? Oh. Arena. That's what we're gonna do next. You think Sin is weakest in terms of the story? I have not liberated Sin yet, so I don't really know like what her whole story is. What do you think? Can I take third? Can I beat Boop Beep? Let's try it. Let's go Boop Beep. I was previously in third last time I played. Definitely lower CP than Boop Beep here. What an epic name, by the way. So I probably lose this fight, right?
포기하시면 안 돼요. 시간이 내기를.
Or maybe not, actually. Wow. I thought this first round would be the throwaway, but it's kind of looking like I just win this first one. Alright, well that makes me a lot more confident about this, because I'm pretty sure I have a shot in at least one of these other two. Yeah. Boop beat this. And these have been easy wins too. Like, it hasn't even been close fights on either one of these 2 rounds. Alright, so this is the one that's going the worst for me. I'll probably lose this one, but I'm still in the fight, to be honest. Like, if we can take out Makima, we might have a chance. I don't know, we're getting worn down a lot, though. Yeah, it looks like we're just gonna lose this one. This was a kind of close fight on the last round, so... And the other 2 were, like, super easy. There you go, that's how you get 3rd place. And that was, like, over, like... That was, like, 3,000 C... or 30,000 CP down on that. Where am I for overall points? 3rd place. Oh, no, that's... Let's see, point rank. I'm in 4th place. Alright, well, I might be able to pass up Boop Beep here soon. Tabe and Fate are just way too high a CP. There's no way I could attempt to fight them. So I'll have to be satisfied with 3rd. That's okay. Still going to be a big gem payout if I can keep that. I think in the last season, I ended on 5th. Which was a little bit of a bummer. I mean, it was still, you know, 2,000 free gems, but I was, like, in 4th for so long. All these rookie arena fights are a joke. See, Twitch chat is quiet as usual. Saw 2 lurkers a second ago. People just seem more shy on Twitch. I don't know, like, on a serious note, I know the streaming culture is a little bit different on Twitch and YouTube. And I think maybe part of the reason why I haven't tapped into it as much on Twitch is because I decided not to activate my partner status, even though I qualified for it, because their terms actually have a thing against, like, streaming on more than one platform if you do that. I definitely didn't want to have to stream on Twitch and YouTube separately, but it has kept me, I think, from, like, ramping up Twitch a little bit more. But I'd be interested to hear your guys' thoughts, if you had any, like, you know, things that you think, I don't know, things that would be important differences for Twitch, or that, like, maybe I'm not serving the Twitch users as well in some way or another. One day, someone on my server will get strong in Rookie Arena. It's funny because there are strong people in Special Arena on my server, but I think they just, like, don't bother playing Rookie or something. I'm really hyped for whenever Champion comes out, though. I'm really curious about what that's going to be. I also really want a way to be able to direct challenge friends. Or, like, you just make a lobby and you can give someone the code and then you can just, like, fight them. I have a lot of cool ideas for if they ever introduce that functionality. So, if anybody from Shift Up is watching this, Please give us a direct challenge ability. And then what would be even cooler is if we had the ability to spectate. So you could just go in and watch people fight. And I know the fights go fast, but like there's a lot of cool possibilities if they introduce that feature. All right, what do I have left? It's Tribe Tower. I don't think we're going to make any progress on Tribe Tower, quite frankly. But it's always good to give it a shot just in case. Last stream, I made a lot more progress on Tribe Tower than I was expecting. Because sometimes you just kind of like slightly get over, you know, whatever that like little bit of an edge was. You were just under CP or whatever, and then it makes all the difference. Oh, these suicide guys are a nightmare, though. They're going to do so much damage to me. Oh no, more of them. See, this is where we're probably a bunch of us are going to get wiped out. Oh god. Great, yeah, we just lost our burst 1. Miranda going down is a pretty huge blow. Oh, that's right, we still have Emma. Okay, so, I mean, it's not great that Miranda went down, but not all is lost. Yes, we were able to take out those suicide guys fast. I think we might be able to do it this time. Oh no, more suicide guys. They're probably gonna take us all out. Oh no, we're all dying. Oh, oh, we made it, we made it, we made it. Yes. Yo, that was intense. Yeah, Kikro, I think that maybe the Twitch audience is just a little bit different. And like I said, I'm not like using a lot of the Twitch features because I didn't decide to actually activate my partnership status. So I think I'm not tapping into that audience as much as I could be. Just Tulio. Glad you were able to catch the stream. Yeah, thanks for joining. Dang, you have to go to work. Bad timing. Thanks for stopping by. Hope you have a good day at work. And yeah, super hyped for all of the half anniversary stuff as well. It's been an exciting week with all the announcements. Hope everybody is prepared and farming as many resources as possible. It's definitely looking like, and we don't know what exactly the banners are going to be, right? Like what type of rate up things are going to have, what, you know, deals on, you know, packages in the shop or whatever. But I suspect that, you know, if you would ever spend money on the game, the half anniversary is probably going to be a very good time to do so. Because likely, not only will there be a lot of good things to get, such as like Dorothy, but there will probably be good deals on things as well. So like, we'll have to see, you know, but if Shift Up is smart, your money is going to go further during the half anniversary than maybe it normally would. Because they want to encourage people to, like, you know, invest in the game more and be like excited about the half-year anniversary. Just Tulio, how much Viz do you have? Oh, your Visa. Sorry. I thought you were talking about like the gems. Hey, I mean, make sure, you know, everyone should spend responsibly. I'm definitely not encouraging people, you know, get themselves into trouble. But yeah, break out the credit cards if you know, that's within your abilities to do so. Kick row is ready as well. Hopefully, anybody who is like comfortable spending a little bit of money on the game at least has been buying those 30-day supplies all along, because that will have definitely been building up your Visior significantly over the last several months if you've been doing that. Another really good value thing for spending money on right now is the campaign packs. That said, if you're someone who doesn't normally spend money on the game and you're, you know, thinking about spending some money, I would say wait, because we want to see if there are any special deals for the actual half anniversary, and there might be super high value things in the cash shop. So I wouldn't like buy too much now in preparation for it. Like, just see what happens in a couple days. Dang, we're doing well, but I think we might just be lacking a little bit of DPS. It's going to be really close. "20 seconds, 5 health bars, come on." Nice, we did it with about 12 seconds on the clock. Yo, D was cruel for me. Like, that was by far the worst pull session. I mean, you guys know, normally I have pretty insane luck. I pulled Sakura on the very first pull. I got Modernia famously to max limit break pretty easily. My molds get SSRs like all the time, but like karma came back around, I guess. Or the universe needed to restore balance, because when I tried to pull for D, they were just like, no. Not only do you not get D, you don't get any other SSRs either. Yes. So, okay, yeah, actually, that's... Kikro says that the campaign packs are good value. So, where I was going with this originally, when I was saying, like, just wait. Really good value things are the campaign packs. So I was saying, if you're someone who doesn't normally spend money on the game, but maybe you're considering it because there's a lot of cool stuff coming for the half anniversary, I definitely endorse getting the campaign packs, but I wouldn't buy them right now because you never know, because I have a feeling for the half anniversary, there may be really high value packs that you can buy that potentially are better than the campaign packs. So I would just not buy anything at the moment. Alright, we'll try one more level here on Tower, see if we can push our luck even more. We're on the main tower. I have a lot of OP stuff to use here, but the CP requirement now is super insane. And dude, those floating suicide guys. They are rough. More suicide guys. Whew, just took out Modernia. That is really bad news for us. Oh man, we are so close. If this ended just like 3 seconds earlier, we would have been able to pass this. Alright, I think we might stop doing tower here now. We made a little bit of headway here. Progress is slow and steady. Like, tower is definitely a long-term thing, endgame content. And once you get over level 100, the CP requirement starts to really skyrocket. How am I doing for rankings? Am I getting close on Pilgrim? Oh, I did take 3rd. I was previously in 4th, so I'm slowly catching up on the Pilgrim Tower. The thing is, I just started Pilgrim Tower so late that people were already way ahead of me by the time I even had Pilgrims to use, because I didn't re-roll to get Pilgrims. These, I don't know why I'm not like higher on this stuff. Like, I'm just not high enough level. I'm actually not sure what levels that up, if I'm perfectly honest. Like, wait, no, I'm not trying to go to Tribe Tower again. If we look at the rankings, if any of you guys know what actually affects these, is this how many limit breaks I have on units for this specific manufacturer? Or is this like how many levels how many different units I have leveled up in my synchro of that manufacturer? Or is this like total combat power? I just don't really know what the growth ranking is actually measuring. I think I have enough core dust to level up again. Let's see. That'd be pretty cool if I did. So I currently have 4,500 core dust. This will give me 3,500. Okay. So it's like a little over 8,000 right there. Ooh, I'm just a little short. I'm gonna be like 9,000 something. Don't quite have enough core dust to level up again. Is there anything else I can do to squeeze out some more core dust? Maybe I could try Lost Sector, but I think, again, I'm like under the CP value and I had gotten stuck. But let's go ahead and check out our Liberation, see if there's anything more I need to do there. Enhance equipment. Oh, I haven't done that yet. Okay. We will enhance these boots. Let's see, but we don't want to use all of these things. Wait, do I need this last one? Yeah, I guess I do. Okay. The game is thinking. Or did I not press it? Oh, there we go. Okay. It was just spacing out. Alright. I don't want to actually overload these because I may put these on Dorothy. And now I have 2 pieces of gear ready to overload on her. Immortal set. Co-op shop. Oh, the recycle shop? I think I bought everything I can for the moment. Let me see. Maybe there's a couple boxes of core dust I can buy. But I have a feeling I got everything. Yeah, I'm a little short, because we haven't gotten our payout for ranking rewards yet, have we? I think we are still waiting on our ranking rewards for the last co-op mission. Correct me if I'm wrong. What about in the general shop? Yeah, if I wanted to spend 120 gems, but no thank you. Yeah, that's what I thought. We haven't gotten our ranking payout. It always lags a little bit on that. Okay, so let's go back to Liberation. Wait, did I need to upgrade an equipment multiple times? Usually it is like 2 or 3 times, isn't it? And I only technically upgraded it once. I should have upgraded it in stages. Yes. That was a mistake. Okay, well, what else can I upgrade here? Probably Senti. I do have a piece of equipment. The chest here. Yeah. I'll upgrade the... Oops. No, I don't want to change it. Upgrade. Okay, so we'll just put one of these boots on. Upgrade. And then we'll upgrade it again. With... yeah, another one of these boots. Okay. Now we fulfilled that requirement. Yeah, that was kind of silly. I mean, I do want to eventually level up this gear for Senti anyway, so it's not like a huge loss, but I should have just upgraded that in multiple stages instead of doing it all at once to get to the next level. We'll refresh this. Nice, we got another yellow one. Boo, it's a blue one. A third one be lucky? Oh, it's a pink one, and I haven't done it. Send a gift. Okay. That's an easy one. Who should we give a gift to? Maybe... oh, you know what? I'm going to give a gift to Laplace, because I keep forgetting to actually advise her, because I finally got a limit break on her. And I keep thinking she's maxed at 10, even though she can go higher. So I'll give her a gift so she's showing 11. So that way I know that I can rank her up. And I'll start advising her. Honestly, I don't use Laplace all that much. Which I know is probably surprising, because Laplace is pretty popular and very powerful. It's just the situations where, like, it's just hard for me to ever have a situation where I need to use Laplace, right? Outside of Tribe Tower, of course. But, like, you know, I'm pretty much always going to be using either Snow White, or Scarlet, or Modernia, or even Power. And so, Laplace kind of just doesn't make the cut. From what I have seen in Nihilister's story, yeah, so question or thought was that he, Chad is saying that they hope that Nihilister's story is nice and neat and not fumbled in Liberation. So far it's been very good, because I was kind of concerned about that too. I was like, they're probably going to like milk it too much or just won't make sense. It's going to be, you know, not really believable, but they've done a very good job. I'd say it makes Nihilister seem very badass, and from the several episodes that I've seen, I haven't finished her yet, but of the episodes that I've seen from Liberation, it's been very good. They're doing a good job with it. It really keeps the tension, and it's quite interesting. But that was a big concern. Which is the only reason I think that they may not have the other heretics be a Liberation. You know, like I said, I'm like kind of 50-50 on that. But it may be difficult for them to make a story that really makes sense for all of them. So it's possible that not every heretic will be a liberation unit. And I think that Nikke does a really good job with the story, and they kind of prioritize that. So I could see them potentially making them gacha units to avoid any kind of like dumb story plot holes or whatever. Let's tap this core. Ew. Alright. We were like almost exactly halfway. A little... wait. Yeah. A little under halfway. Unfortunately, I'm sure you guys have heard me say this every day. I'm like, I didn't start Nihilister on the first day. I wanted to finish Guilty. Kind of makes me sad, but also Guilty has been pretty cool. She's been helpful. So don't regret unlocking Guilty. That's my copium anyway. Well, I see a lot of new people joined my Discord server today. So if any of you guys are watching on stream right now, thanks for joining. Probably got a new wave of people that came in from my new video on the skill changes today. Seemed like a lot of people liked that video, so I'll try and do more of those kind of things in the future. Dang, someone on my server is flexing over 120,000 gems and 95 rainbow tickets. They are absolutely prepared for Dorothy and whatever happens in the half-year anniversary, and prepared for the one-year anniversary probably too. That is a lot of resources. Funny, we have a flex channel where you can just post things on like your gacha polls or accomplishments or whatever. He didn't even bother posting it in there. Just put it in our general chat. It's a big enough flex that you don't have to say it's a flex. Everybody knows. They're like, man, I wish I had all those resources. Sanitary Sanchez says, how does Nihilister fit into the lobby meta? She's going in mine, I'll tell you that. I mean, she made top of S tier for me on my waifu tier list. So Nihilister is definitely going to be in the lobby. Just kind of enjoying this Emma one because the recently max limit broke her, but I probably won't keep it for too long. Otherwise, I've got Helm in here, Dola, Noise, Snow White, because of course, and then this was Folkwang before, but figured I'd have the max limit break Emma up here for a bit. Alright, I think it's probably time to try our hard mode campaign and likely get stomped by Modernia from my lack of DPS. I'm pretty severely underpowered here. Yeah. But we'll give it a shot. How much core dust does this give me? That might give me enough core dust to level up. Of course, I probably need to level up. If I leveled up, I'm pretty confident I could beat this. But I don't know. It's kind of a long shot as is. We'll try it. We'll try it. If we can't beat her, I'll go back out and maybe see if we can push a little bit of Lost Sector. Don't forget about Lost Sector. It's easy to forget about, especially after you unlock all 6 cubes. You're just like, alright, I'm done with Lost Sector. But don't forget about that, because there's a lot of good resources there.
천지 만물을 뱀다는 이런 것이 한방에 끝내주는 거야. 이것은 완전한 세계. 다들 모두 시험점을 쓸게요. 당신의 운명 받아갈게. 한방에 끝내주는 거야.
She just has so much HP, like, her health bars are ridiculous. Like, last time I tried this, I just ran out of time. And because she has so many health bars, like eventually, like they just start doing enough damage to the wing, it's unavoidable. Like someone is going to destroy it, given enough time. Like they're probably going to destroy it in just a second here. And now she starts her teleporting, and it's like, oh no. And we're going to start taking a lot of damage from these missiles coming in. Destroy the core, but I don't think we can do it fast enough. We were close, we were close. Dude, we have less than a minute and she has like 90 health bars left. I need more DPS. Oh man, we're just like a little short of being able to destroy that core. And now we're all stunned. Well, not all of us. Man, only Modernia got stunned. Oh no, the circles, the circles. I was not paying attention, I forgot about that. That is really not good. We're about to get wrecked. Yeah, we just ran out of time. Yeah, it's very cool to be getting Dorothy for the half anniversary, absolutely. And it makes sense, because she's a prominent figure in the story. For those of us that have gotten past chapter 20, she's definitely like the next big Nikke we'd be expecting to be seeing. Yeah, I mean, Dorothy looks extremely strong. I think she's going to be good. You probably saw my videos talking about her. But I don't think she's going to be, like, necessarily a huge game changer for fighting against Nihilister. I want to say Leader is probably actually better if you have her. Saving Lost Sector for Dorothy in case you could. I mean, you can do Lost Sector at any time. Yes. This is definitely much harder than the Special Interception Modernia. She has way more health in this mode. and the fight just goes much, much longer. So you end up having to deal with destroying the core multiple times. So D is like good for that initial burst, but then like a bunch of D's effects don't happen after the first time. So D is much better against the special interception Modernia than she would be against like the hard campaign. Also, I don't have D, unfortunately. If you saw my poll video, I tried to get D and spent a bajillion gems and never got her. Drunken, am I ready for the Snow White minigame? Heck yeah, I am so excited. I'm so happy that they gave Snow White this game mode, or a game mode that's like centered around Snow White's story. I'm super hyped for it. Snow White is a very interesting character. And I'm also hoping that we're going to get some kind of rate-up banner. Like maybe Snow White will be a higher probability on Dorothy's banner, or maybe there will be a second banner that's just sort of like a rate-up for like some of the older pilgrims anyway. Because I would really like to get some more copies of Snow White, and the game mode looks very cool. Yeah, I think the whole like multiple endings thing is very cool too. It looks like a really interesting, unique game mode. Honestly, I really applaud what Shift Up is doing. Like, I said it from the very beginning, and I know there was a lot of controversy towards the beginning of the game with like a lot of bugs, and all that is legitimate, and you know, they were right to be criticized for it. But I do think that Shift Up is a very good developer. I had a lot of great experience with them from Destiny Child. I think they're like a unique developer compared to a lot of that really put a lot of love and care into the games and give us a unique experience that we don't see in most of the mobile game industry, or even like the AAA games for that matter. It's kind of they stand out. Like another example that I can think of is like back several years ago for AAA games, CD Projekt Red was a developer that really stood out and gave us like amazing experiences. And then of course things kind of got worse towards like with all the cyberpunk problems and whatever, but just sort of like that time period, like they really were giving us a unique high quality experience where the industry in general was kind of like having a lot of issues. And I kind of feel that same way about Shift Up. I am. How many slots do you think we should buy on the Synchro device? I mean, it's totally up to you. I've bought 8 more slots, I think, because I bought a whole row and then I think 3 more. But it just depends on what units you need. A lot of that is going to depend on the tribe tower and then somewhat on union raids, because you know you're using a lot of different units for those kind of modes. Because otherwise, for like normally like in your arena special interception campaign, you're probably not using more than like 10 to 15 different units at the most. But it's the union raids and the tribe towers that really kind of like dictate if you can make a good team within a few units. You know, you're probably gonna need more. So I would say don't go crazy on buying slots for the Synchro device, but you can kind of buy them as, you know, as needed. Because in the long run, you know, you're gonna need to be putting more and more units in there as more units come out. All right, so let's take a look at the Lost Sector and see if I can do anything more. The Lost Sector gets very difficult. Yeah, so I'm the last one. The last one available to me. But I can get Core Dust if I can do this, but I don't know. I tried it and I was just like too weak. Oh, this is where I need multiple teams, isn't it? Alright, so I need 2 here. What am I using for my 2 units? Probably going to put in Pepper. and Rupee. That seems like a good 2-person squad, right? I can't add more. Oh, I can add more.
실전이군.
And then for team 1,
전투는 자신 없다면
I don't know which one needs more or less. I guess I'll find out in a second.
그 걸음걸이의 옆을 지휘관이 그래.
We'll just go with the normal A squad here.
어떤 곳입니까?
I'll probably find out that I needed to put the 2 on the other side. That would be annoying.
네, 말씀해 주세요. 저쪽으로요?
I need 3. Okay, so I guess I need to do 3
지금 가고 있어.
and 4. So we will take Rapunzel out of here. And over here we will add in Privity.
원하시나요? 지금 가고 있어. 네, 지휘관.
Yeah, the story is very well written.
가야 돼.
Yeah, look, I'm already like under the CP value. Or, you know, I guess
이것들을
I can kind of
가자꾸나.
get around this. This is probably not going to work real well for the long term, but
갑니다.
if I can make sure I'm on the other side of the wall, let's see if this will work.
레드.
Oh no, I got pushed behind the wall.
아,
I was hoping I could open it and then put his team of 5 over there.
난 여기 있네.
Alright, well, we'll try it.
저기로 가야 돼요?
But yeah, like Shift Up did a very good job with like the story in Destiny Child. It was like always high quality writing. Like you get a bunch of story every time a new character came out, all the narrative dungeons for each event, and just you'll see a lot of Destiny Child's influence in Nikke. Nikke is definitely the higher quality game. It's a much more modern game. It obviously has a bigger budget. Technology has advanced. They've learned. But you can just see how a lot of the kind of like core ideas are evolutions of what they did in Destiny Child. And I'm happy to see that they've kind of like maintained that ethos, but just like improved as their resources and technology has allowed. Alright, what's a CP requirement? That was actually a very easy fight.
그럼 이제 한잔 하러 갈 텐가? 이것들을 배우면 되는 건가? 갑니다.
I have a feeling I'm gonna get worn down though. We'll see how these next fights go. Oh, yeah, right off the bat, just took out Modernia. Those suicide guys are just so strong, it's ridiculous. They hit you for massive damage.
재장전할 것이야.
And then we have a stun robot out here. Just need a little bit more core dust. And then I could level up and probably beat Modernia
우리 마이티 톨즈는
and potentially beat this lost sector. But I don't know. This is looking like a very tall order. Look, we've got less than a minute left. We haven't even gotten to the boss. I think this is just a quit. Oh, is there anywhere else I can get like 700 core dust? If we can't make any more progress here, on Nikke. I might just pull that mold, and then we can play a little bit of Destiny Child since we've been talking about it anyway. Just so it's not a super short stream, you know? The end of Chatterbox was well done. Alright, well, we'll use what we got. That brings us to a little over 8,000. Oh, it's just not going to be quite enough. It's going to be like 9,500 maybe? Oh man, it's so close. That's very frustrating, guys. It's right there. We're almost able to level up. Let's just double check that I don't have anything I can buy in this shop. I think I exhausted my... Yeah, can't do that. Alright, well, I think that might be that. Core dust, guys. Always buy core dust. Okay, well, let's go ahead and do this purple mold before we switch games here. What do I want? Maxwell. Maxwell has been at the top on my list for quite a while. Maxwell has been on my actual wish list for, I don't know, maybe not the very beginning of the game, but like many months. Have never pulled a single copy of Maxwell. She would really help my Snow White, and I could also make the Alice team if I got Maxwell, but Maxwell has been ignoring me. Sanitary says that the commander is a little too one-note and predictable. I mean, usually with these kind of games, the main character is supposed to be somewhat of a blank slate, like a little generic, so you can kind of like impose yourself on them, you know, feel like you're part of the story, where, you know, the main character doesn't have a super strong personality, you know, and it's supposed to be a little more immersive that way. I'm not sure that's really the best way to tell a story, or how I would want the main character, in this case the commander, to be in every game I play, but I think that's the reason why that is. Alright, let's see if we can like pull a miracle here and get Maxwell. No, we'll get Mihara. Okay. Well, it is a Nikke starting with an M, so if that counts for anything. Probably not, though. Okay. I think that's all we can do here with Nikke for the moment. So let's go ahead and switch over to some Destiny Child. For whatever reason, it's always a little bit more difficult to stream it. So it takes me a second to get this set up. So just bear with me here for a minute.
Here in AIP Terminal, you can ask...
I don't know what that sound was just coming from. Let's see, I need to go to settings. Here we go. Lou Boy is coping? What Are you saying that like I'm coping by saying that I'm like making excuses for the commander, or what? I mean, yeah, he is determined with his goal. I mean, I'm not saying he's like actually a blank slate. That's true, but I think it's why, you know, you're offered choices here and there, and like there's no like, beyond his drive to like liberate the Nikkes and retake the surface. These are kind of like standard like hero type goals, mentalities that you would expect. And I do think the commander is interesting. Oh, hey, there's something free in the silver chest in the shop? That's unusual. Wonder what we got. Let's take a look at the mailbox. Hello, mailbox. It's not letting me tap on it. There we go. Oh, nice. We got item upgrades. So the way the equipment works is a good example of kind of like the influence of Destiny Child on Nikke. Except they just made things more difficult in Nikke. Like it's a very similar system, but they just added like another layer of like RNG in Destiny Child, which is unfortunate. Alright, what are the banners here? Alright, we'll do our daily increased rate. So we have a 5% chance of getting a 5-star unit here. No luck so far. No 5-star unit. Okay, well, it is what it is. So here's kind of the mode where you can just like have your units leveling up, getting experience. This is kind of like, now what is this comparable to? Kind of like the bulletin boards, I guess you could say, in Nikke. Though a little bit different, but I think that's sort of a similar idea. Oh nice, we finished that level 44 star. So then he can be used as, he can be made into a 5-star now, and then he can be used to make cores, which is very valuable. Oh, you know what, instead of scrolling through all these, let's just filter. We need 4 stars. Let's put this girl in there. Yeah, that'll work. Start leveling up another 4-star to make cores. I do worry a little bit for the future of Destiny Child, because it is a pretty old game at this point, and you can tell that they're starting to devote less and less resources to it, which makes sense because they have like huge success with Nikke. So we'll see. I'll be very sad if they do an end of service announcement, and I don't think they're going to like eminently or anything, but I wouldn't be too surprised if it happened in like the next year or so. All right, we'll also go to the spa. And the spa is kind of like advising them when you go to the command center. Oops, did not mean to just back out of that. So you're increasing their affection level here, very similar to like how you would in Nikke. And then like one of the things you can tell that they're just like not doing a lot of new stuff with Destiny Child is there's this 5th spot where I should be able to put 5 more units, but they've never activated it. And it's just said like coming soon for a long time, which is somewhat ominous or discouraging. Because like when you see something that's like a feature in the game, but they just haven't bothered to actually do something with it, it is a little concerning. That said, they keep releasing new units, they keep doing events. So I mean, clearly they still have stuff in the pipeline. They haven't abandoned it completely. It is a game still probably with the best fan service in the whole mobile game industry, I would say. If that counts for anything. Which I'm guessing it probably does, since you're all Nikke players. Alright, we got all of our girls in some fresh spa water. Let's see, we need to do some farming here. What am I looking for? I think I'm looking for this green one, right? So we'll grab a green lantern. See if we can get some new spa skins. At least they finally added an auto mode to this. You used to have to do this mode on manual, and it was like a big time sink. Oh, nice. Oh, no, that's not the one I was looking for. I did get a 5-star spa skin, but not the one that I was hoping for. I already have that one. It is definitely better fan service than Nikke, yes. Have they shared any character designs with Nikke? No, I think it would be cool if they did a crossover, though. If they brought some Destiny Child characters to Nikke, which they totally could since they own both games. Who's the best girl in this game? I mean, are we talking like who's the most powerful? It depends on what game mode you're doing, but I'll point out a few like very good units. If we're talking about fan service, that's a different matter, of course, and that's going to be much more subjective, but I'll point out some of those as well. We'll grab some of these items here first. Let's see, do I have enough core fragments to create a core? I want to say no. No, I don't. Okay. Anything worth crafting? Ooh, I can get a 5-star ticket. Yeah, I think we'll do that. Grab our rewards here. Oops. And we will sacrifice some of these low-level units to get some more onyx dust, or whatever it's called. I think it's called onyx dust. I can't remember. Now let's find that 4-star guy that needs to be changed to a 5-star so I can make a core with him. Here he is. Wow, that voice acting. Okay. Alright. He is now a 5-star, which means I can use him to make cores for real 5-star units. Take off this filter. Alright, so who's the best girl in this game? Like I said, I'll just show you some of the really good ones, and then that's up for you to decide, I suppose. So, for a long time, Summer Lisa, Green Lisa, Glissa, people started calling her that after a long time. She was like one of the best units in the game because she was just super good for PvP and PvE. She would just had this ability that would make your units invincible for a while, and then her leader ability would also increase your skill charge rate for everybody. She was just like the best all-purpose unit in the game. She's still very, very good, but now probably the best all-purpose unit in the game is Grilla, who is, again, extremely good in PvP, PvE, no matter what mode you're playing. She's super good. So, like, generally, she's just going to be the choice instead of Glissa, but if you don't have her, Glissa's still extremely good. So, those are probably the two most universally, like, extremely good units. If we're talking about asset-wise, I think Grilla is definitely better than Glissa. But again, that's subjective. Who else is super good? Let's see. Raga is still probably the best PvP attacker. Sure, just like offensive power is insane in PvP. Got some decent assets too. Who else is very good, very meta? Nirti is the best PvE water attacker. She's extremely good. Sarasu here is the best raid unit, period. She debuffs raid bosses, and basically they're called Ragna breaks. Like any type of Ragna event you do, like every single team is gonna have Sarasu. She also has Chun-Li legs, so you know if you're into that. Let's see, who's another really notably good one here. This is a very good support unit for PvE mostly. but she's super good and also has huge assets, if you know what I mean. This is technically not the best PvE fire attacker anymore, but I just have her super invested, so she's the best one I have. The new one that's slightly better, I just don't have all leveled up. But she's super strong. This is probably the best PvE forest attacker.
준비됐으면 시작할까?
This girl is possibly the most frustrating, annoying character to play against in PvP. She's a debuffer that is just incredibly difficult to fight against. With the exception of maybe one other unit that's a little bit more annoying, because this girl is a little bit older, and so they've started to release some counters for her, but she's still super, super strong. This is probably the best PvP support. This Fox girl. She just ramps up your abilities very quickly. And this is also an extremely good, they're called puppets. I'm trying to think what they would be comparable to. I guess kind of like cubes in Nikke. So this puppet on her is like ridiculous. Unfortunately, I have not cored up this unit, and by core up, it's different. So I don't mean duplicates. The duplicates would be like this number that you see here, like +1, +5, or whatever. The actual cores in Destiny Child is this whole thing, and it unlocks additional abilities and stats for them. So I'm just not super far into it investing in her. This may be the absolutely most oppressive, obnoxious unit to fight against in PvP. The only one that's maybe a little bit more annoying than that angel girl that I showed you, because this one just cancels out your leader ability, which is just like a static ability you have all the time. So just like basically no matter what strategy you did, she just negates it. Honestly, I think she's a unit they shouldn't have made, because she just kind of simplifies the game. Like everyone just uses her, and then just like it's just like a DPS race, and it kind of like doesn't matter. This is another super good PvP attacker, probably second best to Raga only. Also, she's a race car driver and has huge assets, and is a McLaren driver, so gets extra points in my book. Who else is best girl? Let's see. I think I've pointed out most of the like best units in the game. Oh, this is a really good PvP defender, although the meta's kind of shifted away from her. She is also very strong, but would have been better like maybe like a year ago. This girl has a unique ability that's super good for a mode called Hell Underground that's just insanely hard. This is perhaps the best healer in the game, but generally you just don't really need healers. Is there anybody else? Oh, this is probably the best light attacker. I don't have her built up a whole lot, but this is definitely the best light attacker. For PvE, that is. She's specifically good against Ragna bosses, but she's just generally very powerful for some other modes too. Almighty says it's pretty interesting getting perspective on the Korean side, because you mostly play global. Yeah, the crazy thing, so this is something very unique to Destiny Child. I've never seen this in any other game. Oftentimes there will be tweaks from like whatever the original version is. Like most mobile games are Japanese, right? So it'll be like there'll be like a JP release, and then they'll kind of tweak things for global, right? Like maybe they'll make a few balance changes, or maybe they'll release an exclusive character here and there for global, stuff like that. With Destiny Child, it's just entirely different. Like some units will just be straight up completely different. Like Bari is a water attacker in KR, and I think she's like a support or something in global. I don't know. Almighty, let me know. What is Bari in global? I know she's entirely different. And so the like units will just have entirely different skills. So like sometimes people will be on the global side of Destiny Child, and then they'll like, oh, I heard the, character models are spicier, so they want to like play Korean. And then they try and like they're like, oh, I played global, so it doesn't matter if I can't read the Korean, I'll just like do what I know I need to do. And then unfortunately that's a huge trap because the characters are just like entirely different. Like the units are just like straight up 100% different units, which is very strange. I don't really know why they did that. But Destiny Child is the only game that I've seen such a dramatic change of units between servers. But who else is really, really strong? Okay, yeah, so Almighty says that Yuna is another example because she's a top raid supporter in global. Yeah, whereas she's the strongest forest attacker in KR. So yeah, that's a good example. Here's the newest unit to come out, who looks absolutely amazing. Kind of like Folkwang, but better. And she's a pretty good fire attacker, but honestly, you don't really need her. She's more built for World Boss, and like you just don't really need to worry about World Boss, honestly. Let's see. What else is very strong? I think I have pointed out most of them, but I think there's probably still some that we can go through here. Okay, so this is actually technically the best PvE fire attacker. But she's only not a huge upgrade, and so I just have like much more investment in the one that I showed you before in the red dress. She's still very, very strong, but this is the newest best PvE fire attacker. Also, this girl, Dark Mars, she might be the best just general use attacker, but she's not going to be the best in any specific thing, but she's a good one for newer players, because you can kind of do anything you want with her and she'll be decent. Oh, this is probably the best PvE dark attacker. I have a much older PvE dark attacker, which honestly is definitely inferior, but I have a lot of investment in her, and I just haven't had the resources to level up this one. There is not an official PC version of this game. Most people play it on LD Player, and then of course like a bunch of people use BlueStacks too. So, yeah, Kikro says these devs are different. This is the exact same development team. So, the same people that do Nikke also do Destiny Child. It's just, unfortunately, you can tell they're going for a lower age rating and a wider audience on Nikke. Okay, here's another really... oh wait, no, not her. Although she's pretty good. She's a new unit. She's a support. But she's mostly made for the race one. And, like, there's this new mode for race, and it's... I don't know. You don't really need to worry about it. Unless you're, like, super OG whale player, then sure. Oh, this is another new unit that came out recently from support that has a very cool design. I like her. She's not like the most OP unit. I mean, she has her uses, but
고작이라고? 나한텐
look at
얼마나
that wobble when she shoots the gun. Alright, what else? I know there was another new green attacker that I wanted to show you guys. That is very strong. That is maybe as good as Yuna or slightly better than Yuna. Kind of depends on what you're doing. Let me just filter it out because I think I missed her somehow. Oh yeah, here. This is a very strong PvE green attacker. I think Yuna is still preferable, but this girl is also very, very strong. And maybe slight upgrade in some situations. Alright, so I think that is all the strongest characters. Yeah, not a lot of people know about Destiny Child, that's true. Yeah, hopefully we don't have end of service, but I feel like it's probably going in that way just because they've had so much success with Nikke, you know? They're just going to start investing more and more time into that and less into this. But, you know, this was Shift Up's first game, and so, you know, and it was originally just a KR release for a really, really long time, and, you know, I think it was just hard to, like, get the audience with it. My personal favorite unit is Notos. She's a healer. It just, unfortunately, like I said, 99% of the time you just don't need a healer. But she might be the second strongest healer, or very close to Mott. And her design is like SSS super mega god tier EX, if you ask me. Makes Nero look very tame. This is the real cat girl we should all want. And yeah, that green attacker I showed you definitely kind of looks like she could be a pilgrim, for sure. Very similar to like Heron kind of look, right? All right, enough just staring at titties. Let's let's play some more. See if I can open this box. And let's see. Let's do our dungeon for the day. Oh, we have all our events to do too. Let's see. Edit our team because we no longer need to be leveling up this guy. Who else needs to be leveled up? I should probably use some of these slimes just to get them out of my box, level up some people. I just have this mentality of like, oh, we'll save it in case there's a unit that comes out that I want to level up right away, right? And we'll put Mars in here, might as well just level her up more. Stream this game. There's a couple reasons for that. One, it's like too spicy because like generally you just can't monetize because of that. Also, the music in it, I don't know what they did with the rights for this music, but the actual composers, not Shift Up themselves, will try and claim your videos for copyright because like they still own the individual songs or something. I don't know. So there's like multiple reasons why I think people don't stream this. So they either mute the game or they put mods on to like tone down the character models and make them less spicy. And plus it's just a pretty old game at this point, so you don't see a lot of people streaming it. Alright, let's do our dungeon. Underground. This is where you can farm equipment. This is kind of like the tower, I guess you could say, in Nikke. And Underground is kind of its own beast. Like, I'm going to be using a lot of units that I probably didn't point out as the quote-unquote best, because this is kind of like, you could think of it, like I said, going through tower, like campaign stages or whatever. Like, there's just kind of like a different thing that you need, as opposed to like the normally like strongest units for some of the other game modes. Why can't I find... Where'd she go? I'm looking for a debuffer. She's dark. Dark to... Oh, here we go. And then I need one more... Oh. Alright, so we'll make Glissa the leader. Put them in this order. Auto repeat. Go. I have tried Global on Destiny Child. I used to play it a long time. So like way back, it was like during the first year of this game. I didn't play at launch, but like it was still within the first year, I think. And I had a Global account and a KR account. And I was kind of playing Global, so I'd sort of like know what the game modes were at the same time. But then once you start to see the differences, KR is just so much better. There was like, I kind of like stopped playing the Global side, and then I lost my account on KR. Fortunately, I hadn't put any money into it, but I was really sad. Like, I don't remember what happened with that, but somehow my account got deleted. I think they'd shifted over to like some type of different login process, and you had to do something to migrate it. And I had missed that time frame because I hadn't played for several months. It was a whole thing. Yeah. So that's what happened with that. Out of water. But yeah, so just kept playing with KR. And like the international Discord for Korea is very active, and it's like several months to maybe like a year ahead of Global. So I don't know, there's just a lot of reasons to want to play with KR. That said, if you're on Global, I mean, it's still a fun, good game. But I just think, at the time, for me, the incentives were all there to play on KR. And then when I came back to it, you know, again, you also used to be able to patch for English, which does not work anymore, unfortunately. Yeah, so I had, what was the Dead or Alive characters? I forget. What is her name? Kasumi? Kasumi, right? So I had her, and yeah, there's no way I can ever get her back. I was very sad. Like, it just made me so bummed out that I like didn't want to come back to the game for years. And then I just started playing this again maybe 3 years ago, I want to say. And I've managed to build up the account quite a bit without even spending any money, because Destiny Child is a very generous game. It's definitely easy to make progress. That said, it is old enough, and there's so many modes and so many characters, it can still take a long time to power up. But it is super generous to new players. Yeah, Nikke was toned down a lot. Like, don't get me wrong, the Nikke characters still look very good, but it's a different level. Yeah, the free-to-play experience on Destiny Child and Nikke is nice. Like, honestly, and that might be part of the reason why Destiny Child didn't get bigger. I mean, I think there are probably more important reasons that I already mentioned. But there's just very little reason to spend on Destiny Child because it's so generous. They did do the thing where you could buy premium skins. That's very similar to like with Nikke, where you just, you know, spend $20. Like this unit right now, she has a premium skin on right now. I bought a couple of those. So I guess technically I'm not free to play, because I think there were like 2 skins that I bought. But then they changed it, so unless you had a KR billing address, you couldn't make any more purchases. But I think that's actually a decision that was not made by ShiftUp. I think that was a Google Play Store policy that changed. So anyway, I haven't bought anything on this game for a long, long time. And even then, like I said, it was just the 2 skins. I forget what the other one was that I bought, but one of them was the Dominatrix. That said, I don't feel like Nikke is a stingy game by any means. I think free-to-play, you still get a lot of stuff in Nikke. And the rates on Nikke's gacha are very good. Like, I know I had a terrible experience trying to pull for D, so you could be like, see, it's proof that they're not good. Or you could use my earlier videos, you know, most of my pull sessions where I get crazy stuff all the time and be like, well, you've just been super lucky as you're saying that the rates are good in Nikke. But really, like, if you play a lot of other gacha games and you look at the published rates, like, Nikke is quite forgiving. Also, their pity system with the gold tickets that rolls over, you don't even have to use it on the banner that you're pulling for, means there's no reason not to. Like, you're never going to, you know, take a loss that way, because you can always use it again in the future on another unit. So, I mean, there's just a lot of very generous things about Nikke. Yeah, the skins were too expensive in Destiny Child, I agree. You know, even though I bought the 2 of them, like, it's not really worth it. Oh, I know what the other one that I bought was. Why can't I think of her name? But that angel girl that I said was very good in PvP, you know, with the wings, that's the other skin that I bought. And it was purely aesthetic. Like, the value is really not there, frankly. There isn't really a lot of light spender options. I mean, I guess you can get the mission passes in Destiny Child. That's probably the best, like, light spender thing, because you do get a lot of resources from that. Kalinka, is DC heavy for phones? Yeah, Nikke is definitely more demanding for your phone than Destiny Child. Although, if you turn down all the graphics settings on Nikke, unless you have a really old phone, it's pretty doable. Like, my friend has a older Pixel, and it runs Nikke just fine with the graphics settings turned down. But to answer your question, Destiny Child isn't too bad. On certain game modes, like Ragna or World Boss, there's so much happening on the screen, sometimes it can lag. But for the most part, it's not that hard to run. It's not super demanding. Yeah, so you think Nikke's pity is very good too. Kikro says that he's thinks it's the best that they've seen. I agree. Underground takes a long time. A lot of times I'll just put it on auto and then, like, go make coffee or make food or, you know, like whatever it is I need to do, and then come back to it, because it is a long mode, but it's been a while since I've like actively done it like this, so it's kind of fun to see it here while I'm streaming.
특별히 도와드리죠. 상담이 하시죠. 어떻게 알려줄까?
And you can tell just by kind of like how the game works, like it's just not as intensive, because you don't have everything moving around in real time like you do with Nikke, and the graphics are definitely more simplistic for Destiny Child. Here we go, reach the end of Underground. Kalinka, yeah, you want to try Destiny Child, but the amount of content seems overwhelming. I can totally see that. There is a ton going on with Destiny Child at this point. So I absolutely understand how it seems like kind of intimidating, because as you say, it is an old game. Yeah, having a good pity can make or break a game. I agree. The PvP meta in KR is cancerous. It's pretty, it's extremely competitive. I haven't done PvP for a while just because like I've been playing Nikke a lot, and so I haven't bothered to go in and like keep my ranking high. So like if I go into PvP, we won't even see strong people because I'm like been knocked way down, right? Because I haven't like played for weeks or whatever it is. But if we look at like the ranking right now, wait, that's not the ranking. You'll see we have some very repetitive teams here, and a lot of so like here, this is what I was saying. This is the best PvP support that I was pointing out before. Like this #1 player has the same puppet on her that I did. Here's Gorilla that I pointed out. She's just like the strongest unit in like every game mode, whether it's PvE or PvP. So I mean, there's Gorilla. She's on like every one of these teams. This girl recently got a big buff. So a couple months ago, maybe it's longer ago than that now. She's a very old, she was a launch unit, but they gave her a huge buff recently that made her very competitive again. She's pretty good in PvE and PvP. Zeph, here's the one that I pointed out. You can see they have the more conservative costume on her, or skin. Yeah, puppets are definitely like, they are so resource intensive, it's ridiculous. Like it's pretty insane. I kind of agree. Like I understand it's a very old game and there has to be something for the whales to do, and like, but I kind of agree. Puppets only benefit a very small number of players. What is this girl's name? Venus or something? Neptune? I don't remember. She's a good support, as you can see, but I just personally don't like her, so I never use her. Oh, here's Raga. So she's not as common, surprisingly. A lot of people are using Zeph, and this is a special skin for her. That's why she looks different. But she is obviously up here in the rankings. We have like an all-fire team here. Like this is definitely a thing, except for Grilla, because Grilla's just going to be on every single team. Yeah, that's the thing. Even Destiny Child's like conservative skins are still like pretty wild. I mean, the power creep in Nikke at this point is basically non-existent. So, I mean, like, yes, we're getting some strong units, but I think we have not seen any real power creep in Nikke. I think we're still just kind of filling out more roles, and they've done a very good job of making a lot of units usable, and like 90% of the units that we're using are like the actual launch units, even though we're almost 6 months into the game, right? That said, the power creep in Destiny Child, I mean, Destiny Child is a very old game, right? So there has absolutely been power creep, but I would say it's been reasonable. Like, considering how old the game is, the power creep hasn't been insane. Yeah, so I mean, we're seeing, you know, up here in the top rankings, of course, it's like all a bunch of the same stuff. It's like either Zeph or Raga as the attacker, everyone using Gorilla. Pretty much everybody is using, I forget her name, but whatever her name is. And then they plug in one or two other units. Like, you know, a good debuffer or another support, like Ziva. Here is the, why can't I think of her name? But here's the normal costume for the angel girl that I said I bought the skin for. So yeah, she's, like I said, she's less oppressive now. She's less common, but because they've come out with more counters for her. But you can see she's still up here in some of the top ranked players. She's very, very good. Because you can just stun like the whole team and just like crap. It's kind of like Privity, I guess you could say. And then here's Brada, like I said, probably the most degenerate unit they've made because it just like simplifies everything, just like removes the enemy's leader skills, and so it's like, all right, what's even the point? So yeah, the PvP meta, I would say, is not very good because it's very samey, but it is what it is. I'll do a couple matches here just for kicks and giggles. Global is on some light water meta. Yeah, very different, I imagine. Yeah, you see a lot of bots here in KR as well. Probably less because it's more of an active game in KR, but bots are still a problem. That might be one of the bigger problems that Destiny Child faces. A lot of fake accounts, just bot accounts. Yeah. Yeah, Kickroll, I think they've done a very good job of balancing Nikke so far. And again, I think they learned a lot from Destiny Child, and they're applying those learnings to Nikke. I really do feel like Shift Up is doing a good job. And we're seeing a lot of random units here in these fights that I'm doing, right? And I'm just blasting through these units. Because again, I have a pretty strong team, but I'm like way down in the rankings because I haven't been playing. So I have this like mono dark team with Zeph as my attacker. And then you can see Lan Fei, who's that ever-present dark debuffer, and then my favorite healer, Notos, and then Yami is a good support, and then Gorilla, of course, which is on every single team. But otherwise, my other PvP teams, I have this debuffer team. So this is a rainbow team. Like everyone on here is a debuffer except for I have Gorilla, of course, and then Echidna over here for another support. But like stupid Brada, and then I forget what these guys' names are, but they're also strong debuffers that are annoying in PvP. And then this is kind of my like generic PvP team. Again, Gorilla, because why not? Raga, because she is the extremely powerful PvP attacker, and then we have Lan Fei, who's a very good debuffer, I already mentioned her, and then my other two very strong PvP debuffers. I'm a big fan of using debuffers in PvP, you can see. Because then I also have this other mono dark team for PvP, which is all mono dark debuffers. It's a little gimmicky. It uses Hephaestus here. Well, I think that's her name. Because she refreshes the skills of all these dark debuffers. It can do reasonably well, but it's not really meta. My most meta teams are going to be probably this one, maybe this one. I don't know. I tend to not use the super meta teams. Like, I have a few meta units, but I tend to not like just using the cookie cutter teams because I just think it's more interesting to kind of like build around them and use some of my other like units that I like.
지금부터 경기 시작합니다. 조금더 얌전하게 움직이면 재미있겠는가?
Rookie Arena can get a bit stale in Nikke. I think they need to consolidate some of the sub-servers, because some of them have a bunch of bots on them, and then some of them are stuck with like a few like incredibly competitive players, and then some of them are just like nothing but weak players. So I think they need to like combine some of them. Hopefully they will over time. You're right, I am missing out on crystal rewards by not doing more PvP. I don't know, like I said, I've just been like, you know, really focused on Nikke, and obviously as a content creator, it takes more of my time. And so I have to play my other games a lot more casually. So I kind of have to pick and choose. Because of course I have like another job, other things I'm doing with my life, etc., as we all do. But it just means that I don't have time to do everything for all the games that I play. Because when I do game, Nikke is going to take the priority. Alright, we will go over here. Go to our world boss battle, claim all these rewards. I think that just ended today. Or yesterday. I don't think I got in my last batch of attacks, which is unfortunate, but still getting a lot of rewards here. We can go to the shop. What can we buy? We have over 100,000. I've already bought a bunch of stuff, but can I get a rainbow Carta? I can. Alright, we'll grab that. And then I have 10 left over. What can I do with this 10,000 currency? Probably not a whole lot. Oh, well, I guess I can get these core things. Cool. Go ahead and open these things, our rewards, and then we might end the stream here. It's getting very late. We finished our minimum of dailies, so that's good. Grab our mission rewards. Yeah, less stress for me is a win, that's right. Are there any games I'm looking forward to playing in the future? Like games in general, Final Fantasy 16 and the second Final Fantasy 7 remake. For mobile games, I do plan on trying Honkai Star Rail, but probably not seriously. I might stream it sometimes, but I am looking forward to trying Honkai. Ooh, we have lots of items to open. Okay, we'll open all these. Hopefully we'll get some good cores. 3 of each. Okay, well, whatever. It is what it is. Getting tons of equipment because we just did all our like mission pass rewards and stuff. So we just have like boatloads of stuff. I think Honkai looks like it has a lot of like high production value, I've never played Genshin Impact, but I mean, that developer should have like all the money in the world, right? And it looks good. I think that Honkai Star Rail, if you're a fan of like turn-based RPGs, like I am, I think I'll enjoy it. That said, if the character design is meh and the story isn't interesting, it'll probably lose my interest, but we'll see what happens. You guys recognize Mona as I'm pulling these things? She's always on my be right back sign for streaming. Alright, here we have a 5-star ticket, so hopefully we can get a good character from this. And this is where we will end the stream. Come on, Davy, good me luck. Alright, not the best, but whatever. At least she does look cute in her sun hat here. Alright, well thanks so much for joining, guys. I know this was a very late night stream, but I wanted to make sure that I still got to stream with you guys and hang with you all. We're coming up on the 1st year anniversary very soon. So the normal Wednesday night stream, I might shift it because we might want to do it after the actual update. We'll see what happens, but just, you know, I'll sort of take that as it is. I'll update you on Discord as well as in a community post if I change the timing of our Wednesday stream. We're all super hyped for that update. I'll also, of course, be making poll videos for Dorothy. Lots of amazing content that's coming out. We're all super hyped. Hope you guys enjoyed this Destiny Child content here at the end. And yeah, I appreciate all the support, guys, hanging out with all of you guys. I'll catch you guys on the next stream on YouTube and Twitch and in all of my future videos. I love all of you, and I'll see you guys later.